Hello, and thanks for joining us for our fifth podcast. We're here today at Dantes Italiano, located in the Wakefield Commons near Wakefield off Falls of Neuse Avenue. Danny, thanks for joining us today. I appreciate it. And why don't you tell us a little bit about your background and how you got started, how you ended up at this point?
Well, my background was going to school at School of Visual Arts in Manhattan. That didn't pan out, so I wound up being a busboy. One thing I know for sure is whatever you do in life, you stick with one thing and you'll be successful. From a busboy, I went to a waiter. From a waiter, I went to a manager. I got married to my wife, Randy. We moved down here. I worked many hours, many sacrifices. I don't know, maybe 110 hours a week for the first 20 years. And then Dantes fell into my lap, and me and my wife decided to put everything we had into it.
Right.
We came down to North Carolina with $200 in our pocket. When we opened up the restaurant, we had $200 in our pocket.
Wow.
And we just went with it.
You just had to work like crazy probably
That's
to get
absolutely
going.
right, yeah.
And I got to tell you, I think the restaurant industry has probably got to be, as a business owner, I've always thought the restaurant industry was just extremely tough because I can only imagine how people are with their food.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
they're very picky, particular. They want what they want. And as a business owner, you always have to accommodate.
Right. And I do have to brag on you here a little bit. This is honestly, this is one of my top 5 favorite restaurants in the Triangle. Unfortunately, I haven't tried anything here in probably 2 years other than the chicken scarpiello. I'm like a crackhead when I get in here.
Yeah.
Today it's Monday. The place is closed. Obviously, I'm like Pavlov's dog right now. I'm jonesing for chicken scarpiello,
Yeah.
so you'll probably see me this week. But ultimately, just always been great food here, great service. Is that what you attribute a lot of your guys' success to?
Absolutely. We consider that customer service is one of the most important part of a restaurant business or any business, and the quality of food always has to be the best.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can tell you, you guys are doing a great job. When I lived here in Wakefield, I was here all the time. So, other than that, from up north originally, right?
Yeah, Long Island,
Yeah.
Long
Okay.
Island and the Bronx.
Okay. And the weather okay down here for you?
It's better.
Okay.
It's a lot
hear
better.
that. So our topic today is basically what to look for in a restaurant. 5 things that you ultimately want to look for in a restaurant, and as a business owner, 5 things that are extremely important to you to make sure you focus on. Let's start with number 1.
Number 1 would be customer service.
Mm-hmm.
You would have to, as soon as a person walks into the door, greet them, make them feel at home. Yeah, if you've seen Dantes, we always hug all our customers and shake hands. Very personable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can vouch for that for sure.
Yeah.
So number 2.
Number 2, quality of food. Never skimp. Always put the best out first all the time, and let them see that you're doing that.
Yeah. Because I would think it's easy. It's easy to go cheap on the ingredients, but I'm sure
Never.
that the end result
Absolutely
shows that. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
What next up?
Staffing.
Okay.
You have to have a good crew behind you. I can't do this by myself.
Yeah.
I have to hand pick every server, every dishwasher, every sous chef, pizza man, host, bartender, to make sure they're at the standards of Dantes. It's very easy to hire somebody, but to hire somebody to do exactly what needs to be done to make sure the job is done right, that's hard.
Right. And coaching people up, training them.
Oh, yes.
You know, constructively criticizing and trying to keep it a positive environment. I'm sure that's tough.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then what do you say? We're on number 5, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Check your reviews.
Okay.
People will write anything and everything on Yelp, on Google, on your Facebook page.
Lots of food critics out there, right?
Absolutely. Everybody knows better than you.
Right.
So the best thing to do is confront those people. Find a way to get them back in if they're upset and make a negative into a positive. But most of our reviews are positive, so we're in the right direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the thing I always say as an owner is that it's never going to be perfect. There's going to be off days. You know, we employ people. Whenever there's issues or
That's a very good point.
gray areas.
In the restaurant business, it's a phrase that people find impossible. You have to keep everybody happy all of the time. It ain't gonna happen. But in our restaurant, we try, And once our waiters or our management staff or the kitchen drop those standards, we lose. So we always maintain that attitude.
You know, the thing that, another thing about the restaurant industry is that you get one chance to make a first impression. I mean,
That's
you
right.
truly do.
Yeah.
And it's just such an intense, business.
Yeah, you got to put your best foot out first.
Right.
Especially when you first open up. And the whole neighborhood will see that. And that's how you succeed. I've seen a lot of owners in the past that winged it, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I've got a friend that told me this a long time ago, and it always stuck with me. He said, there's a group of people that are getting ready to go have lunch or go have dinner or something like that. And one guy can say, oh, I don't want to go there. I had a bad experience. And those 5, 6, 7 people now will change course and go somewhere else because the one guy had the one bad experience.
Yeah.
And those people may never give you a shot because they heard about the one bad experience that the one guy had.
Yeah, one rule of thumb in the restaurant business is that you're only as good as the last good thing you do.
Yeah.
You mess up once,
Right.
they'll tell 100 people. If you do, somebody has a good experience, they'll tell 2 or 3.
Right. That's
Yeah.
true as a business owner. So,
Yeah.
well, those are some great tips. And obviously, as a consumer, always looking at the reviews. You guys always have great sanitary,
Codes, yeah.
Sanitary code
Rates.
ratings
Yeah.
and that sort of thing. So, obviously, you guys are running a tight ship. Anything you want to wrap up with anything like the dessert? We talked about a dessert offer for anybody that's looking.
Oh, if anybody says the word podcast,
Okay.
I'll give half price off desserts whenever you
Half price
come in.
off dessert, and you got to
Absolutely.
try the cheesecake.
Oh, yeah.
And the one thing I'm going to tell you, chicken scarpiello on Tuesday night with half price bottles, some Harlow
Ridge Cabernet.
Ridge Cabernet. It's
Yeah.
a great cab. It's an amazing meal, great value. And other than that, we got people calling in already. So,
Yeah, there you go.
so other than that, thanks for your time,
Thank
Danny,
you.
and I appreciate the opportunity.
Anytime.
Thanks for being a customer, by the way, as well.
All right, thank you.